Is BlackRock on the path to taking over the world completely, or have they already done so? How genuine are the concerns of people on BlackRock's domination? Join us as we uncover the shocking truth about the company that controls more of the world's wealth than you can possibly imagine. BlackRock, the company that dominates the world.
Just off session highs a second ago, the Dow hit a high of a gain of 824 points.
BlackRock closed a $4.8 billion global renewable power fund. It's now become the largest independent climate infrastructure fund globally.
The reason why the market's up.
Yeah. I hope so.
BlackRock is a company you've probably never heard of, but you make richer every day. Owning stocks in close to 5,000 companies, BlackRock has its fingers in every pie. They hold a large percentage of shares in companies like Tesla, Netflix, Amazon, and Microsoft, among others. The company is worth a whopping $10 trillion, which is half of America's total GDP. It is the biggest asset management company in the world, with 70 branches in 30 nations, and employs more than 16,000 people. BlackRock makes over 70% of its revenue from asset management. What is crazy about this giant company is that it has remained in the shadow for too long. While it currently makes significant decisions about the world, many people rarely know it exists. How did BlackRock come to dominate the world? It's shocking to many that a company that started with 8 people in a room less than 35 years ago now controls a significant part of the world's economy. As such, the story of how it has come to dominate the world economy is one many people would like to know. So let us stroll some few years back in history. But of course, the history of BlackRock can only be completed by first looking into the man that has always wanted to be relevant, Larry Fink. The son of a shoe store owner and an English professor, Larry has always wanted to be powerful. It was therefore no surprise when he went to get a BA in political science from the University of California in 1974. However, seeing that money rules the world rather than politics, Larry went ahead to start a career in First Boston, an investment bank based in New York. Working in the bond department, Larry was one of the US's pioneers of mortgage-backed security market. Basically, this involves buying many home loans and reselling them to home buyers. Larry was successful with this and praised for being a genius until 1986, when his department lost $100 million. Then, as expected from the world, Larry, who had previously been praised for being brilliant, was seen as a toxic asset manager and ridiculed overnight. Not just that, the bank from which he has made an estimated $1 billion fired him. Not letting that weigh him down, Larry went ahead to establish what would later become the biggest asset management company in the world, BlackRock, in 1988. He also developed software to help counter such occurrences that led to his downfall. The investment software Aladdin was launched in 1988 but started selling in 1999. It later became the software used by many, including Fortune 500s, to monitor their assets. The software reads through the information provided and goes through many case scenarios. It then gives the best options, allowing users to pick what they want. The company started with Larry and 7 others determined to put clients' needs first. The company started well and, within months, had $2.7 billion in assets as of 1989. This further grew, and BlackRock was managing $9 billion in 1991. Finally, 1994 saw the asset management company providing risk management systems to third parties. BlackRock has since then acquired many companies and invested in others, expanding its reach. They were also called in 2008 to help clean up the mess made by mortgage-backed security, increasing their influence. What are some red flags that make the world scared of BlackRock? Despite the greatness of BlackRock, many things about the company raise people's concerns. From their involvement with controversial companies to the businesses they invest in and the power they hold. Here are some of the issues that scare the world about this largest asset management company. BlackRock dominating the world economy and profiting off the spoiling economy. As the world's largest asset manager and investment advisor, BlackRock significantly impacts how money moves. They have continually exploited this and manipulated the world economy to their likeness. For instance, BlackRock was fined by the Italian market watchdog Consob for revealing the reduction of their stake in the Italian bank Unicredit. Although BlackRock attributed the leak to a technical error and paid the fine, their excuse doesn't seem plausible. Or how does the company that owns the best asset management software respond to a glitch? Do we have to start being scared that more information will likely be leaked? BlackRock and environmental degradation. BlackRock has continually supported activities that encourage environmental degradation. For example, they have not only invested billions into companies responsible for the deforestation of the Amazon rainforest, but their machines also keep polluting the air and water. In addition, the oil, mining, and agribusinesses that BlackRock invests in have continually engaged in deforestation and also displaced indigenous residents. Also, the missiles and fighter jets that BlackRock companies produce keep poisoning the air and water. As a company that keeps reiterating its stance on a green environment, BlackRock needs to retrace its steps. BlackRock profiting off weapons. BlackRock's investment in weapon-making companies runs contrary to what they tell the world about themselves. This company currently invests in military and civilian weapon-making companies like Raytheon, General Dynamics, Boeing, and Northrop Grumman. They also invested billions of dollars into Lockheed Martin, a company whose weapons have been responsible for significant devastation in Yemen. BlackRock being too powerful. Too much power concentrated in one place is bound to lead to its misuse, and that is why the concept of separation of power has always been preached. However, with BlackRock being the world's largest investment and risk management company and having many government stakes, many people are scared of its influence. Also, regarding the company's portfolio management software, there has been constant advocacy for the software to be separated from the parent company, as it can allow BlackRock to have information about their competitor. With BlackRock having so much at their fingertips, world economists, strategists, business people, and even the government fears how much power they hold. Does BlackRock truly control the world? Well, their influence cannot be denied. They have constantly proved the statement, "He who owns the money owns the way," to be true. Not only are they regarded as the biggest shadow bank in the world, but the governments of America and China also rely on them to get out of recession. This undeniably allows them to influence government decisions. While many people see BlackRock as just a company that has been built by dedicated owners, others are scared of how much influence they have and the possible impact on the world.